an update, and there's a reason for that, and it's because I got some bad news. Right now I'm on my way to a job site, so I'm sitting in lovely California traffic here in San Diego, but can't complain much. It's a sunny day. Could be worse, but it will be worse later today, because the bad news is that the day has come for me to return this Powerwagon to the dealer. So if you followed my channel, there is a few videos that I posted from when I initially bought the truck and some issues I was having with the engine. Well, since those videos and all the hassle that I went through that first year of owning the truck, what happened was, just a brief overview of what happened, is I noticed that the engine was burning oil within 3,000, 4,000 miles. I took it to the dealer and they said that it was normal, there's nothing wrong with it. After even I put 5 quarts of oil into the engine, they said that was normal, and I didn't think that was normal, and I didn't think that was acceptable either. So I called FCA and I let them know that I thought there was an issue with the truck that should be escalated from just the oil change that they did at the regular 5,000 mile interval. So after that, I started to routinely check it, and you can clearly see that every about 2,000 miles it was burning about 2 quarts of oil. So I had to keep taking it back. I told them that I thought there was an issue. They fought me over it. So after that whole first year of having to take it back and forth to the dealer and whatnot, and having to spend all this time driving back and forth, leaving it at the dealer, they finally started the process of basically proving that there's an engine malfunction and that it is burning oil. So I had to take it back 3 different times for them to inspect it, and then they finally concluded that yes, it was a bad engine and they were going to replace it. So then I finally got the approval to have it replaced, but at this point I was already getting pretty fed up with how they were treating me, and the issues that I was having with the truck. They finally replaced the engine. It took them about a week or 2 to get it done, and then once they finally gave it back, I started having issues with the truck starting, not starting as a mechanical failure, but an electronic failure, because the signal wouldn't go to the starter to start the engine. So I had to keep taking it back again until they could figure out what the issue was, and they were like, oh, that noise that it's making doesn't sound familiar, we don't know what that is. And I'm like, well, the head mechanic didn't know what it was, and I would record it so that I had proof as well. And it turns out that they had placed a ground wire somewhere incorrectly, or it was malfunctioning. So it took them a couple tries to finally get it resolved. The first time they said that they fixed it, they didn't. And I was at Lowe's picking some supplies up before going on a trip to Big Bear, and thank God that it left me at Lowe's near my house and not in the mountain at Big Bear, because that's what I was taking the truck up there for, right? To go up some mountains, go have some fun with the family, whatnot. And that wasn't gonna be a good experience had we got left. So I ended up leaving the truck in the Lowe's parking lot. I let Lowe's know that I was gonna leave this big ass green truck in their lot and that it was mine, and I gave them my number. And there was another veteran there that was just watching me mess with the truck. I had the hood open and he asked me if I needed help, and he tried to help me out. We tried to jump it, it wasn't that, so it's not the battery. Clearly it wasn't the battery, but I don't know, I was just trying different crap. He gave me a ride home, which is nice of him, and then the day that I went back to pick it up after that weekend in Big Bear, I was calling the tow truck. I told our dealership in Temecula to pick up the truck, and they were gonna send a tow truck. I went, got in the truck, and for shits and giggles, I was like, I'm gonna start it and see if it'll start, and it did. So it's even harder for me to prove to them that there's something wrong when it's not starting. But again, I made like video proof of everything that I did, so that I couldn't be denied the facts that the truck is having some issues. So with all this being said, I got an attorney. I filed for a lemon lawsuit, and 1 year later, you know, they reached a settlement. We've had a ton of fun in the truck, so at this point, you know, it is kind of sad for me that I'm having to let go of the truck. We'll cut to the video that I made when I was taking all of my stuff off of it, so you can see what it looks like now after I took some stuff off. Today we are stripping all of the Baja Design lights off the truck. We got the A-pillars, we got the lights that I had for the rear, the chase light, and I got my LP4s that were on the A-pillar here. I just got one fog light off. It took about 20 minutes, but I just wanted to record the difference. Look at this. Stock and Baja. I mean, if you guys are debating whether you're gonna do it or not, I mean, look at this. You can't even see the other. It's hilarious. All right, I got cut off on the last video, but I was saying that I'm leaving these wheels and tires because the stock Powerwagon tires when I bought the truck were the bead lock capable. So I had a gentleman buy them for $1,800, and then this setup with the 18x9 race lines at a 0 offset and the 37x12.5 Toyos Archies cost me about $2,300 installed. So I've put 30,000 miles on the truck, and I pretty much only paid $500 for the wheels and tires. So it's more of a hassle to try to get something stock and resell. I don't really care, but there she is. I did recalibrate this truck with the AEV ProCal Snap. I was gonna reset it to factory just so they wouldn't have any issues, but ProCal, or AEV, excuse me, claims that it doesn't make any entry changes into the computer, so they wouldn't be able to tell anyways. And the assumption is that they're gonna resell it with the same wheels and tires as is. So really the only thing that I'm leaving on the truck is the intercooler guard, the rock lights, which are not connected. The axle hop right now is crazy. I'm bouncing around here, sorry, but this is my only chance I got to make the video while I'm driving to the job site. So I'm gonna leave work early so I can go drop this thing off and sign some paperwork. And that's it, man. I mean, this is it. This is a pretty sad day. I mean, I'm moving on to bigger and better things. You know, I'm still debating on what I'm gonna get next. But I hope you guys enjoyed the Powerwagon while I had it. I didn't make very many more videos. You know, I had plans to upgrade suspension, to do a lot of other stuff to the truck, and I never did because I knew this moment was coming, and I just didn't really spend any more money on the truck aside from just lighting, which I was gonna, you know, that I knew that I was gonna be able to take off and use on something else like my Razor or another truck, or just resell. Like, everybody wants to buy the lights off me already, and I'm not gonna sell them yet, not the LP4s at least. But I will sell other things that came off the truck, some like maybe the A-pillar, STHQ A-pillar brackets. Those things are beefy, and I just don't know if I'm gonna go with a Ram again. Well, this is it, guys. Waiting on the FCA people to show up. Cleaned it all out, got it washed up since that was a requirement. And that's it. I'm gonna sign this thing away, hand over these 2 sets of keys, and it's over.
All right, go for it. Sounds good, bro. It sounds good. You sound pretty good. Sounds good.